Are the Otsutsuki really the ultimate predators of the Naruto universe? Or are they just intergalactic chakra junkies with god complexes and trust issues? Because on paper, they look unstoppable. They invade planets, plant divine trees, and suck the place dry like a shinobi-themed apocalypse. Their karma marks are basically cosmic respawn buttons. And even Kaguya, the woman who made Madara look like a side character, was low rank in their clan. So why do they keep taking L's to emotionally damaged teenagers with friendship speeches? In this video, we are going to break down exactly how the Otsutsuki work, how they feed, how strong they really are, what their biggest weaknesses are, and if they truly sit at the top of the Naruto food chain, or if Boruto is already hinting at something even worse above them. Stick around until the end because we are going to compare them to every major threat in Naruto and decide if they are apex predators or just mid-bosses waiting to be outscaled. First, we need to actually understand what the Otsutsuki are. The series makes them look like gods, but they are more like a cosmic parasite species. They travel from planet to planet, plant a 10 tails or a divine tree, wait for it to grow, and then harvest all the chakra and life energy in one shot. To them, planets are not homes, they are snack packs. What makes them scary is that this is not a one-time thing, it is a cycle. Find a planet with decent chakra potential, send a pair of Otsutsuki as farmers. Plant the 10 tails and divine tree. Use humans as sacrifices and hosts. Eat the chakra fruit, evolve, and move on. This is not just a war. It is agriculture. Except instead of rice or corn, they are farming entire civilizations. So right away you can see why they feel like apex predators. They are not interested in ruling nations or building villages. They treat worlds like a buffet. Now let us talk about their hunting method, because this is where the ultimate predator idea comes from. The Otsutsuki do not just pull up and throw hands like Madara, they are patient. They use three main tools, divine trees and chakra fruit. They plant a divine tree, which slowly drains chakra from the entire planet. When it fully matures, it forms a chakra fruit. Eating that fruit massively boosts an Otsutsuki's power, pushing them closer to a god-like state. 10 tails. The 10 tails acts like the engine behind the divine tree. It is both a monster and a seed. In some cases, they use a living sacrifice to create the 10 tails, turning that victim into fuel for the planet-wide drain. Karma is their save file system. If an Otsutsuki dies, their data is backed up inside the karma mark placed on a host. Over time, they overwrite that host's body and come back to life using it. So even if you kill an Otsutsuki, you might just be helping them respawn with a fresh body and potentially more power. From a predator point of view, that is insane. Imagine if a tiger could die, respawn inside your body, and slowly turn you into another tiger. On top of that, they operate in pairs. That is not just a random detail, it is literally their built-in backup plan. If one of them dies, the other can still finish the mission, handle the 10 tails, or at least make sure karma gets passed on. Even they know solo missions are a bad idea. Guess they saw what Naruto did to Pain and said, yeah, no, we are not doing that alone. Now, what actually makes an Otsutsuki so terrifying in a 1v1 or even 1v-many fight? Let us run through their power kit. Ridiculous chakra and durability. Every Otsutsuki we see has absurd chakra reserves. They are tanking Biju-level attacks like it is casual. Kaguya, Momoshiki, Ishiki, even Kinshiki, they all fight on a scale where normal Kage-level techniques look like pebbles. Crazy space-time and dimension hacks. Kaguya had her pocket dimensions. Momoshiki could absorb and fire back jutsu. Ishiki could shrink objects and store massive weapons in a pocket space. Almost all of them are playing with reality in a way that regular shinobi simply cannot. Broken dojutsu. Their eyes are not just fancy Byakugan upgrades. They can see chakra networks, future possibilities, weaknesses, and control massive techniques with perfect precision. Some of their dojutsu can literally rewrite how power works in a fight. Flight, regeneration, and transformation. This is basically standard for them. Flying is casual, shifting into transformed states is normal, and regenerating from what would be death blows to a human Jinchuriki is expected. Chakra fruit evolution. An Otsutsuki that has eaten multiple fruits is exponentially stronger than one who has not, so their power is not fixed. They can keep stacking evolutions. When you add all of that together, it really does feel like you are dealing with cosmic-level hunters, not just ninjas with better jutsu. From the outside, they look like the final form of shinobi evolution, but here is where the image cracks. For ultimate predators, they make a lot of dumb choices. Let us talk weaknesses. 1. overconfidence, and arrogance. Almost every Otsutsuki walks in like the planet is already booked under their name. They underestimate humans constantly. Kaguya underestimates Naruto and Sasuke's teamwork. Momoshiki toys around, gets overwhelmed when the plot armor squad jumps him. Ishiki, arguably one of the strongest, still gets forced into desperate choices. They act like lions, but the story treats them like raid bosses. Once the heroes figure out their pattern, they get farmed. 2. Predictable pattern and dependency on cycles. Their whole strategy is predictable once you understand it. Find chakra, plant tree, harvest, move on. That is great for the first few thousand years, but once shinobi learn the script, they can start interrupting the process. Naruto's world is the first time we see their plan really fail at scale. Kaguya is sealed. The 10 Tails gets turned into something else. Karma users get exposed. A true apex predator usually adapts. The Otsutsuki feel like they are stuck in one strategy. 3. They always work in pairs. This is both a strength and a weakness. It proves that they do not trust each other fully. They do not trust the mission to be handled solo. If you are truly the top of the food chain, you should not need a partner every single time. Predators like tigers often hunt alone. Otsutsuki move like suspicious co-workers who do not want to leave each other alone with the company safe. That already tells you they are afraid of something. Maybe betrayal. Maybe failure. Maybe someone above them in the hierarchy. 4. Reliance on reincarnation and karma. Their obsession with reincarnation screams, we might be strong, but we are not trying to test that theory. If you are truly unstoppable, you do not need a backup body living on a different planet just in case. The fact that they treat karma as standard issue insurance proves they see real risk in their lifestyle. Predators at the top usually evolve to minimize risk. Otsutsuki prepare for it, which means they know something can kill them. 5. Narrative weakness. From a story perspective, they are designed as scary but beatable. They are meant to feel like gods but still fall to the theme of Naruto, the power of bonds, growth, and human potential. So even though their feats scream final bosses, their writing forces them to lose in ways that make them feel less like true apex predators and more like extremely strong but flawed villains. Now, to really answer if they are the ultimate predators, we have to compare them with other big threats in the Naruto franchise. Otsutsuki vs. Madara/Kaguya. Kaguya is literally Otsutsuki, so in a way the final threat of Shippuden was already them. Madara is basically a human trying to become what they are, using the 10 Tails and God-level chakra. So you could argue that all roads in Naruto lead to Otsutsuki power anyway. But here is the twist. Even Kaguya is noted as a lower-ranked member of the clan. That means somewhere out there are Otsutsuki who would look at Kaguya the same way she looked at regular humans. So inside their own species, there is still a food chain. Otsutsuki vs. Boruto era threats. Boruto brings in ideas like 10 Tails variations, new divine trees. The concept of a being like Shibai Otsutsuki who basically ascended beyond physical form. And that is where the apex predator concept starts to break. If there are Otsutsuki who literally left their bodies behind and became pure higher dimensional beings, then the ones we see in Naruto and Boruto might not be final bosses. They are more like high-level field agents, strong enough to wipe worlds, not strong enough to be at the top of the entire cosmic hierarchy. So, are the Otsutsuki the ultimate predators of the Naruto universe? On one hand, they farm planets with divine trees. They eat chakra fruits and evolve. They use 10 Tails as seeds and weapons. They have karma to resurrect themselves. Even their low-rank members are god tier by human standards. From a shinobi point of view, they absolutely look like the species at the top. But on the other hand, they always move in pairs. They are obsessed with backup plans and reincarnation. Their pattern is predictable. Their arrogance keeps getting exploited. And Boruto keeps hinting that there are beings above even them. So my answer is this. The Otsutsuki are apex predators at the planetary level, but not necessarily at the cosmic level. On Earth, they are endgame threats. Across the universe, they might just be one very dangerous species in a much bigger ecosystem. So what do you think? Are the Otsutsuki truly the ultimate cosmic predators of Naruto, or are we just seeing the middle management of some even scarier food chain that Boruto has not fully revealed yet? Let me know in the comments. If you want me to break down every single Otsutsuki member one by one, rank them from weakest to strongest, and explain all their powers and karma tricks in detail, tell me which one you want to start with. Momoshiki, Ishiki, Kaguya, or someone else. Drop your thoughts below, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell so you do not miss the next lore breakdown. Because in this channel, we are not just watching Naruto, we are dissecting it like the Otsutsuki dissect planets.